Hey guys, welcome to my channel. For this tutorial, I'm gonna show you guys how to make this cute hanging plant decor. And this is very easy to make, so if you are a beginner, you should be able to do this. Alright, so we're gonna talk about the things you're gonna need first. So you're gonna need 2 shades of brown. I am using, by the way, I'm using all acrylic yarn. So the recommended hook size is a 5 millimeters for all of them, but I'm gonna go with a 4.25 for this tutorial. So like I said, you're gonna need 2 shades of brown. One is for the flower pot and one is for the dirt. You're gonna need your yarn for the flower. I'm going with yellow. Again, you can choose whichever color you prefer, and your green for the leaves. These are all acrylic and they're all a mixture of, this is leftover red heart, these from mainstays, and this is twist, big twist. So this one is from big twist, this is red heart, and this is mainstays. Apart from your hook, you're gonna need your darning needle, a stitch marker, and your scissors. Okay, so we're gonna start with our plant. So we're gonna start with this green one. And to begin, we're gonna make a magic ring. And then chain 2. Whoops. Sorry about that. So make a magic ring and chain 2. And this chain 2 is not gonna count as a stitch. Now into the magic ring, you're gonna make 4 double crochet. So to make a double crochet, you're gonna yarn over, put your hook through the magic ring, yarn over, pull up. You should have 3 loops on the hook. You're gonna yarn over, pull through 2 first, then yarn over and pull through the final 2. So that's your first double crochet. You're gonna make 3 more. Alright, so that's 4 total double crochet. Now next you're gonna make a treble crochet. And to make a treble crochet, you're gonna yarn over twice. So 1, 2. Then put your hook through the magic ring, pull up. You should have 4 loops on the hook. You're gonna yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops only first. You're gonna remain with 3. You're gonna yarn over, pull through the next 2. You're gonna remain with 2 and you're gonna yarn over and pull through that final 2. So that's how you make a treble crochet. Now we're gonna make 1 more treble. So yarn over twice. Put your hook in through the magic ring, yarn over, pull up. You have 4 loops on the hook. Now after the second treble, you're gonna make a chain of 3. So chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Then you're gonna slip stitch into the side of that last treble stitch that you did. So we're making a picot. Is it picot or picot? Whichever way you say it, that's what we're doing it. So slip stitch through that side, and now we're gonna make another treble. So yarn over twice, and now we're gonna reverse this side here. So four double crochet. It's not much of a reverse, they're all the same stitches. So that's one double, and I need 3 more. No, don't forget you started with chain 2, so you're gonna chain 2 and slip stitch back into the magic ring. Go ahead and pull that end tail to close your magic ring. Now you're gonna chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And from the hook, you're gonna count 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're gonna slip stitch into that 4th chain. And this is gonna create a small gap that you're gonna make your next leaf into. So this space right here is where we're gonna make our next leaf. So start with a chain of 2, 1, 2, and now make your 4 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then your first treble crochet. So yarn over twice. Then your second treble. And this is the one that you're gonna make a picot. So chain 3. Then slip stitch into that side of that last stitch. Then make your last treble. And you're gonna finish with 4 double crochet. 1, 'Don't forget your chain 2 and slip stitch. then chain another 12. So if you keep chaining 12 and making your leaf, you're going to have the same space in between the leaves. So I'm going to add 3 more, so 15 chains. Just give it a little bit more space, and it's gonna, I'm trying to make it look more real. I don't want all the same spaces in between. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you can keep the same spaces, it's still gonna look cute. I'm just gonna add a little bit more to give it a little extra. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 into the 4th chain from the hook. You're gonna slip stitch. All right, so after this one, I'm gonna show you guys how to make the flower bud. So we're gonna chain another 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so we have made 3 leaves, and this next part we're gonna make the bud, the flower bud, and that's where you're gonna attach your flower to your vine. So I've chained 15 after my last leaf, and now I'm going to chain one extra one, so 16 total. You're going to count like the leaves, you're going to count 4 chains down, so 1, 2, 3, and into that 4th one you're going to make a double crochet. So yarn over, make 1 double crochet, and now you're going to make 5 more double crochets. So that's including this one, that's going to be a total of 6 double crochets all into that same chain space. That's not counting the chain 3 that you did. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so after your total, I think I made an actual, my bad. So all right, so after you made your double crochets, you're gonna go into that 3rd chain and you're gonna slip stitch into that one. Slip stitch like that. Now this is what it's gonna look like. You have all these double crochets and you're gonna see that there's a gap between the last double crochet and the chain 3 that you did. So to cover that up, after you slip stitch, you're gonna chain 3 1, 2, and 3. Now go back to the base of the chain and go back into that chain that you did all your double crochets in there and make a slip stitch like so. So I'm gonna have to show you guys one more time. So after this, you're gonna put your hook at the base of all your double crochets. So you're on one end, you're gonna go through, just put your hook from one side to the other side and make a single crochet. That's just to close this. You're gonna see like a space where you did all your double crochet. There's gonna be like a space in there, so making a single crochet through that is gonna close that up. So put your hook through one side, out the other, yarn over, pull through, and make a single crochet. Now from that you can continue with your chains, and I'm gonna do another 15. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 15. So if you want to make another leaf, you can make your leaf after the bud, or if you want 2 flowers one after the other, you can make another bud. So I'm gonna make that one more bud just so I can show you guys how to make that flower bud again. So that's 15 chain. I'm gonna chain an extra one, count 4 chains from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4 into that one. I'm gonna make my double crochet, then 6 more double crochets. There's no chaining or anything, just straight double crochet into that same. Oh my god, there's ants. There's something about summer that it brings a lot of creatures that you don't want. Alright, so you're gonna make your 6 double crochets, right? I forgot my count. You can do 6 or go extra 5, but 6 is what I use, so I'm going with that. If you have more than what I have, of course your flower is going to be bigger. If you have less, the size of the flower is going to be smaller. So that's just to let you know, so you know you have an idea of how much you want for your flower, if it's going to be bigger or smaller. Alright, so after your last double crochet, you're going to slip stitch into that 3rd chain first. The 3rd chain is from the chain 4 that we counted back from the hook, and slip stitch into the chain 4 to create this bud shape here. So in case you're wondering like, where is that chain 3 coming from? Alright, so slip stitch into that 3rd chain, and this is the space between the last double and the chain 3. You're gonna chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, bend your chain 3 backward into that flower bud or the base of that bud. I don't know if it's the proper term. I guess it is the bud. I got my rope tangled. Okay. So go back into that base. Let me show it clear so you guys can. That's where all the double crochets are. You're gonna also go back into that. But make sure to go between the last double crochet and the chain 3 to cover up that space. Or make it, yeah, closed up a little bit. Okay, I got my yarn mixed up here. Okay, so in between the double and the chain 3, I'm gonna go through that and into the space, make my slip stitch. Now from that end, you're gonna go through. So from this side to the other side. So just put your hook through like that, yarn over, pull up, and make your single crochet. Oh, I forgot to show the last one that I did. After that single crochet, you should put your hook under the chain again, like so, and make another single crochet. So this is only going to enforce the flower bud against the your vines, so it's sitting right. All right, so then chain 15 again and repeat. Another flower bud or a leaf. I would make another leaf. So now I'm going to show you guys how to fill in your flower. So this is what we're trying to make. So I got my yellow yarn. You're gonna go to your bud and find any space between the double crochets. That's where we're gonna attach our yarn. So make a slip knot. Okay, so slip knot. Like I said, any space between the double crochets, we're gonna attach our flower color. Now you're gonna chain 2. Now for this part, I try to not work over my end tail because I'm gonna use it to tie it off. So now all you do is yarn over 4 times. So yarn 1, go through that space, yarn, pull up, that's 1. That's 2, yarn over, through, pull up, that's 3, and the final round, 4. And with all this here, you're gonna yarn over and pull through all of them, including that first chain 2 that you did. That's just gonna be part of it. Now chain, then chain 1 again, then go into the next space between the double crochet. So this one might be the one between the chain 3, the first chain 3. So yarn over through here, pull up. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then yarn over and pull through all. Yarn over, make a chain to close this off. Then you're gonna make another chain before you go to the next one. So this is probably the next space between the first 3 chain and the one that I slip stitch back into the base of that vine here, so it might be a little confusing if you forgot that you have, oops. All right, so let's do it again. Yarn over, go through, pull up, 1, pull through, 2, 3, and 4. Then yarn over, pull through all, make a chain to close that up, and make another chain. Then move on to the next one. Over to secure it. Chain 1. All right, so I'm gonna do, I think I have like 1, 2, yeah, 3 more here. So I'm gonna do all this off camera and meet you back in the last one. Okay, so after your last one, you're gonna slip stitch into the top. So not the chain 3, the top of the bud that you did. My bad, I didn't. Okay, chain 1, don't forget that. Slip stitch there. Now you're going to start with chain 2, 1, 2, chain 1 more, then into that space between the 2 groups of yarn over that you did, or the bubble stitch, you're going to make a double crochet. Like that. Then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and make a back loop single crochet stitch. So put your hook behind your double crochet, yarn over, pull up, and make a single crochet like that. Then go to the next space between the bubble stitches, make another double, chain 3, and back loop single crochet. To the next one, you're gonna repeat. And you're gonna slip stitch at the top of that chain 3. Chain 1, and now you're gonna leave a long tail. So I'm gonna say like 6 inches. grab your darning needle. We have our end tail here, and this is our long end tail. So we're gonna thread this one. First of all, thread that tail down so you are right where you did your double crochet, so it's not at the top of your flower. Like so. So now we can do the folding. There we go. Alright, so you're just gonna go back and forth in the spaces between the double crochets and sew it shut. Now your last sewing, you should try to make it so you're on the same side as your tail. So I'm gonna go through right here. And now I'm gonna tie these both tails together. Just a simple knot. Now I can hide this tail first. And this one, I would just go straight into the center and up. Cut off. So this is what it's gonna look like. Now this is more of like the close flower bud when it's, you know, not in bloom yet. And this is going to be the one that's, you know, obviously in bloom. And I'm gonna show you how to do that in the next bud. So let's do that now since we're done with this one. So once again, we're going to start with a slip knot. Chain 2, and now we're gonna make our bubble stitch. So yarn over 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So after the double crochet, chain 3 back loop single crochet between the bubble stitches, you're gonna make your next same thing here in the actual top of that bubble stitch. So double crochet, chain 3, back loop single crochet, and now a double crochet in the space between the bubble stitch. Chain 3, and you're gonna see that you have way more of this obviously, and that's how that's gonna make it have the fuller look. Okay, so I've made all of mine, and I'm gonna slip stitch into that third chain. And because it's going to be bigger, I'm gonna leave a little bit longer end tail than the one that I have for this one, just to be on the safe side. So I'm just gonna say like 8" instead of 6. I mean 6 is probably still gonna be enough, but just to be on the safe side. Okay, now all we do is fold it in half. Fold it in half again, or what I like to do is once it's in half, I like to roll it sort of like that. Down there first, and now we can start sewing. Oh, first of all, let me make sure my end tail is out. There we go. So see how the ends are like this? When you fold it, you want to start by going through both ends just to keep it closed. And now you can just go back and forth. Now, actually, too far. Go back there. So this is the difference in look. And you're gonna make, and you can do some more leaves. And so I made 2 more leaves after my flower, and I'm gonna chain 7 and finish it off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna cut about, let's say 3" of end tail. So of course you're gonna make as many as you want. I made 1, 2, 3, 4 with flowers in it, and I made 2 with just leaves that I'm gonna add in the mix. Okay, so now that that's done, we're gonna go on to our flower pot. And for that, we're gonna use the browns, whichever brown you would want for the pot and which one would be for your dirt. You're gonna decide. I'm gonna use this one. I'm going in with a 5.25 millimeter hook. The recommended hook size is a 5 millimeter, but I'm going with this one. So we're gonna start with a magic ring. This is just a simple basic basket, so we're gonna make a circle and build up the wall from that circle. We're gonna make a magic ring and chain 1, and I'm gonna make 10 single crochet into the magic ring. So put your hook through the magic ring, yarn over, pull up. Should have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through both, and that's your first single crochet. I'm gonna do 9 more. 2, 3, so 10 single crochet, 1, slip stitch into that first stitch, pull the end tail to close off the ring, chain 1, and this is not gonna count as a stitch. In the second round, you're gonna make 2 single crochet in each stitch around. So 2 in the same stitch that you slip stitch into, and 2 in every other stitch, every stitch. So round 1 we have 10 stitches. At the end of this round 2 you should have 20 stitches. So go ahead and finish that up. Slip stitch into the first stitch to finish up round 2, chain 1, make 1 single crochet in the same stitch that you slip stitch. This is round 3, and in the next stitch you're gonna make 2 single crochet in the same stitch. In the next stitch a single stitch. So that's the pattern for round 3. 1 single stitch, a single crochet stitch. In the next stitch you're gonna make 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and then in the next stitch a single. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Two single in the same stitch, 1 single by itself in the next stitch, 2 single crochets together in the next stitch, and 1 single by itself. So go ahead, finish this round up. Slip stitch into that first stitch, That's round 3 done. Chain 1, and we're gonna repeat what we did, starting with a single crochet in the stitch that we slip stitch into. Then you're gonna make another single one, a single stitch in the next stitch, a single crochet stitch, then 2 single crochet stitches together in the next. So that's 1, go back in the same stitch, make a second one, and you're going to repeat. So 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and 2 single crochets together in the next. So 1 1 2 1 1 2 all the way around. Slip stitch. I'm gonna measure this quick. All right, so right now, this is about 1 2, and I'm not even sure how to read inches. So the 2, and you guys can see right here. However you can read this, I'm sorry, I'm bad at inches. I know how to do centimeters. So about 7 centimeters, and I'm thinking I should do 9 centimeters. So this is probably going to be 2 more rounds. So chain 1, and we're going to start with a single crochet in the chain, stitch we slip stitch into. This is round 1 2 3 4, this is round 5 now. So single crochet in the same stitch that you slip stitch, then single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 here, and then 1 in the next, and then in the 4th stitch, that's where you're gonna do 2 single crochet in that same stitch. So that is what the pattern is. You're gonna do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So 1 2 3, you're gonna have single crochet in each of these stitches, and in the 4th one you're gonna make 2 single together in that 4th stitch. This time we're making 1 single crochet in 4 stitches, and on the 5th one we're gonna do the increase. So that's starting from the one that you slip stitch into, 1 single, 1 single, 1 single, 1 single, and now an increase. And then repeat 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches of 1 single crochet in each of them. And an increase. So continue with this pattern around, and this is our last round. The next round we're going to start building the walls. Or the wall. I don't know why I said walls. I meant the wall. And slip stitch to finish the round. Okay, so we're done building the base, and now we're gonna build up the wall. So before we get into that, I just want to say that when you make the dirt, this is the exact thing you're gonna make. Exactly this, just with your second brown, and that's gonna go on top of the basket or the pot. But when you start making it, you're not gonna close off your magic ring from when you start it. So I'm gonna show you guys when we come to that, but I'm not gonna show the whole thing of doing this circle again, but I'm gonna show you how not to, just simply not close the magic ring and keep making your circle. The point is so that the dirt should have the same size as this one, so it's gonna cover it, right? Alright, so we're done with the base. Now we're gonna make our wall. For this, you're gonna have this entail as the inside of the pot, and your wall is gonna be around it, upward like this, right? So again, you're gonna start with a chain one, and this time we're gonna work into, since my entail is here, I'm gonna work into the front loop. I'm saying it right. Right? I'm saying it. So this is the stitch. I'm not gonna go into both of these for this next round of stitches. I'm just gonna go into this. And this is the loop or the side of the stitch that's on the same side as this entail. So the one that is not on the same side as this entail, we're gonna leave that out. So our basket or our flower pot can sit like this. Well, it's not gonna sit, it's gonna hang, but you know what I mean. Alright, so let me show you. So this is the first one that we slip stitch into. That one is always gonna be tricky because we slip stitch into both sides of the stitch. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to go back into one loop or one side of the stitch only. So there. So I made my chain one already, so I'm making a single crochet and I'm going to put my stitch marker in. So I know this little chain here and this chain right here is not where I'm going to go into. This is the chain that I made, my chain one, and this is the one that we slip stitch into and made this chain. Sorry, made this stitch. So when we come back around, we're not gonna go into this here and this one. This is part of that, just so you know, so you don't make any, extra stitch count. All right, so that's one. I can go into just one side of that stitch and make your stitches around. No increases this time. You're just gonna make one single crochet in each stitch around, like this. So you should have this little bit of ridge. It's not so obvious right now, but it should be more prominent once we're done with the whole round. So go ahead and finish this up. I'll meet you at the end. Just one single crochet in each stitch around. No increases. Just one stitch, but it's not through both sides of the stitch. It's only through one side. Alright, so I'm gonna finish this off camera. Okay, so this is my last stitch. Gonna slip stitch into that first stitch. Chain one, and we're gonna start with a single stitch in the same stitch, of course. Then we slip stitch into, and now we're building the wall. So from this round onwards, and I'm gonna say like 7 rounds, so not including the last one that we did, but this is gonna be the first, and 6 more rounds plus this one, so 7 total. You're gonna just do one single crochet in each stitch around, so no increases, just one single in each around. Every time you come to the last stitch, you're gonna of course slip stitch, chain one, and make your first single crochet in the same stitch that you slip stitch, and then continue with one single around. So every time you do that, as you increases the rows, it's gonna create the wall up. Right now it's looking a little bit flat still, so it's gonna show eventually. Maybe when you're doing your own tree, it's gonna start to show. So just keep making one single crochet in each stitch around for 7 rounds, and I'll meet you back here. So I'm gonna finish this round, come back towards the end so we can slip stitch together, and then you can make the rest yourself, and I'll meet you at the end. I'm gonna say 8 rounds. I said 7, but now I'm changing it to 8. So this is the second one. You're gonna make 6 more of these rounds of just one single crochet in each, no increases, and 8 rounds be tall enough. So go ahead, finish this round up, make 6 more rounds, and I'll meet you back here. So I'm at round 4. I'm just showing you guys how it's gonna look like. So I'll be back after 4 more rounds. Alright, so I've made 8 rounds, and we're not gonna fasten off and cut this off yet. We're gonna make our dirt, right? So just pull this off, leave it on the side, grab your second brown, and I'm using the same hook that I made this pot. And like I said, we're gonna do basically this part right here, but without closing the magic ring. And this is what I mean. We did 10 single crochet in the first round, so you're gonna want to leave enough tail this time because we're gonna leave it open. So make your magic ring, chain 1, and 10 single crochet into that magic ring. 1, and 10. All right, so slip stitch into your first stitch, and you're gonna leave it like that and continue with the rest of the round like we did for the base of the pot right here, exactly like this. So every row, for however many increases that you did or we did, exactly like that. So 2 stitches in each of these stitch in the second round, and then you're going to alternate 2 1 2 1 2 in the third round, then 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 in the fourth round, and so forth. So like I said, exactly like that, except we're not closing this up because that's where we're going to put our flower, our plants through that before we close it up. So I'm gonna go finish this off camera and then come back. Alright, so I am done with my dirt. The last round should have 4 stitches of single crochet and an increase, exactly like we did here. And before we put everything together, I thought I would show you guys one more thing before we do that. So here's what I'm gonna show you guys quickly before we can put our stuff. Let's say you want to have a flower right next to a leaf, or two leaves side by side. It can be two leaves or a flower and a leaf, like this. So I'm gonna show you guys quickly how to do that before we can put everything together, just so you have that option if you want to do that, because I did make some with that. Right, so we're gonna start from the bottom up, and I'm gonna show you guys from there. So of course, make your magic ring. Here we go. So a magic ring, then chain 2, and I'm gonna start with my leaf first. So of course, 4 double crochet and a picot in that middle treble crochet. Now I'm gonna pull that end tail all the way through to close that up. And now to make a flower right next to a leaf, you're gonna chain 1. This is going to be just an extra space between that, so that won't be part of the flower. Or if you're making another leaf next to it, you always want to leave 1 chain in the middle. So that's going to be the space between those 2. Okay, so I'm gonna chain 4. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, and 4 chain. If you're gonna make another leaf, you're gonna do chain 4 and slip stitch into that 4th chain. But since we're making a flower, after the chain 4, I'm gonna make a double crochet instead. Oops. Into that 4th chain. So that's 1 double, 2 double, 2 double crochet, and I also want to not make it like this small one. I'm going for something bigger, like this. So I'm gonna do, this is 2 double crochets already. I'm gonna do at least 10 in here, 10 double crochet. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is pretty much going to be a full cone shape. Almost, it's not closed yet. So 10 double crochet, and then I'm going to slip stitch into that 3rd chain. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and go back into that like we were doing. And slip stitch in there. Then we're going to make our single crochet through here, one side. You're going to put your hook through one side to the other side so we can close this space. I'm going to go through one side and out the other side. Pull through and make my single crochet. Now you're gonna go into that chain one that you left, the space between these two, and make a single crochet. So just go under it like so and make your single. And now you can continue chaining up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna make another leaf right here. Okay, I'm gonna come back and finish this leaf, but let's make our flower so we can see how it's gonna sit. So you have a leaf and the flower bud right here. So since we're going for this one, I'm going into the bubble stitch and the chain space. If I'm just making a small one, I'm only gonna go into the chain spaces. Okay, we are finally done. We can stitch this up and put our plant together. Finally. I know. All right, so oops, this one. All right, so let's do this. Let's put this together. So however many you make, I think I made about 8 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I made one small one with just leaves and no flowers in it. Okay, so now we're gonna I'm gonna finish this up first. Okay, so slip stitch and cut. This is the dirt. And our basket, I haven't cut it off yet, so we're gonna stuff it with some fiber fill. enough. Now you're gonna grab your plant and arrange it however way you want, how the flowers are gonna lay, like on your pot, right? So we're gonna arrange it. So let's say this one goes here, this goes here. I don't want my flowers to be all together, so I'm gonna try to space them out. And this is how they're gonna lay. I'm showing you guys. How they're gonna lay over your pot. So once you figure out which way to lay your plant, or whichever way you prefer. I'm trying to, where's that leaf there? All right, so once you have all your flowers arranged the way you like them, all this entail here, you're gonna twist it around just so it's easier to pass through this magic ring here. Now once it's through, you can now close that magic ring. So pull the end tail of your dirt, pull, 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 and there. So it cinched it up pretty nice. And now you can make a knot with all this here. So just a simple knot. Let me show you guys what it's like on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna make a knot. There. I'm gonna make a second one around that knot so it's thick enough and it's not gonna pass through. Look. I doubt it's gonna do that, but I'm doing it anyways. All right. Let me thread this up. Okay, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm not even going to cut it because that's going to be on the inside. Okay, so now we're going to sew this dirt on the pot. So where we left off on the pot, that was the last round. We did a slip stitch chain one. We're going to make a single crochet in the same stitch But this time we're going to make that single crochet through this side into this side. So hook through single stitch on this side, pick a stitch on that, yarn over and make your single crochet. Now because this is the same as the base of this, all your stitches should align because you have the same number of stitches. So all you do is just go through this side and out the other side and make your single crochet. I suppose I could just stitch it up before I shove it in there. Yeah, that is probably gonna be better. So I just took a whole bunch of the stuffing out, and it's probably gonna be way easier this way anyways. So I'm gonna stitch all the way around until I have like, let's say maybe 15 stitches left. And then I'm gonna stuff this back in there and close it up. I'm using my fingers to push them around so they can fill up the shape. I think I need some on this side. Okay, now I can go ahead and finish up this. And done. Okay, so I'm gonna, okay, so I'm just gonna do half a double crochet in this last round just to give a little rise to the pot from the dirt. So after that last stitch, I'm gonna just continue slip stitch, chain one, and I'm gonna do one half a double crochet in each stitch around. So make one half a double crochet, no increases. I mean, unless you want that to look a little bit more wider than what this is. I just want a rise from the dirt. I don't want it to have an increase, so I'm just gonna do one single double crochet, half a double crochet stitch in each of the stitches across around. And we're done. Slip stitch into that first stitch. Oops. Chain one, cut your yarn. And you can weave in this tail. I'm gonna do that later. Now the next part is we're gonna make the hanger. Oops. We're gonna make the hanger to hang this plant up. And this is a really basic. All you are gonna do is make a bunch of chains from one side to the other side. So you're gonna choose any color of your choice. I'm gonna use white. Okay, so you're gonna grab your white yarn and you're gonna attach it to any stitch. So we're going from one side to the other side. Gonna make a slip knot. Pick a stitch, any stitch should be fine, and attach your yarn like so. Now you're gonna make a whole bunch of chains. So I'm gonna say we're gonna start with let's do 35. So I'm gonna try to work over that end tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 35. Let me check. I think here 35 is long enough. And from that 35, I'm gonna do an extra 15. So that should be 35, 40, 50 total, right? So let me put my stitch marker here. Let's do that 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now I'm gonna slip stitch back into that 35 where I have my stitch marker to create a loop. And now we're gonna chain another 35 to attach to the other side of the plant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 34 and 35. Okay, so from here you're gonna want to slip stitch into the same side as where you started from. So we're gonna do 2 here and 2 on that other side, right? So if you want it to be all even on 4 corners, you can do that. Count out how many stitches you have and divide that in 4. I don't think I want that. I just want a small space between these two um, hangers and a whole bunch of space on that side. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and into the 10th, I'm gonna slip stitch with that other end. So I have 9 stitches in between these two. So slip stitch, and now you're gonna make 1 single crochet in each chain back to the loop. Now if you think that single crochet is too big for you, you can make slip stitches. My plant is a little bit bigger, so I think let me check. Yeah, I'm sticking with my single crochet. I'm gonna make 1 single crochet in each chain up. So I should have 35 single crochets. All right, so I'm back at the loop. I'm gonna go around this loop here and make a single slip stitch. Then I'm gonna chain 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 26, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. Okay, so once you're done with your 35 chains, this end is gonna go right on the same side as the last one that you did, where we just made our single crochet. This one is still all chains. So the single crochet, let me show there. So single chains here, and this is the single crochet. So I'm gonna go here and slip stitch in. So that means the next bunch of chains is going to be somewhere here. 9 chains, sorry, 9 stitches between the next, this one and the next one. So now we're going to do the same thing that we did here. Make a whole bunch of single crochet back up until we are at the loop, and you're going to make another slip stitch. We're making slip stitch at the loop so it doesn't get thicker or crowded. So you slip stitch, chain 1, turn your work, and start making your single crochet up. Again, you should have 35 single crochet. Okay, so I'm gonna finish the rest of the single crochet off camera and come back. I got a tangle that I need to take care of it too, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back at the loop. I'm gonna slip stitch in there and chain 35 again. This is the last 35 we're gonna chain, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 32, 33, 34, and 35. And just like the other side, I'm gonna count 10 stitches and slip stitch 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So slip stitch in there. Oops. Right. Then chain 1 and make my single crochet back up to the loop. So I've made 3 corners already with the single stitches, and we only have this last one, the first one that we did, to finish up. So I'm back at the loop, and before we make single crochet in that last 35 chains, we're gonna make slip stitches around this loop. You should make 15 slip stitches because there's 15 chains here. And now we can make 1 single crochet in that last chain, 35 chains all the way back, and you're gonna slip stitch into that same stitch that you started from. and slip stitch back into that same stitch, chain 1, cut your yarn. So hide the tails, and we're all done. Your plant is ready to be displayed. If you like this tutorial and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, this is it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. This plant is ready to be displayed. I'm gonna hang it up so we can see the full look. I know this is a bad angle. I'm trying to get a close-up so I can show you guys everything that I'm doing so you can really see how the plant looks. Let me hang it up and you guys can see. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.